Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to the wonderful world of hermits and crafting. And we're high above Scarlandia on top of our AFK platform here, which is of course our creeper farm, and it is working. I am so pleased to tell you, after all these episodes of painstaking harvesting of the obsidian, creating redstone contraptions, that this thing is finally producing gunpowder. It's got the creepers in the cells, the pistons are firing, which is absolutely amazing. And yeah, so I've been spending a little bit of time up here and there during the night. So if I see night approach, I jump up on the platform, wait a little while, and then hit the button, just kind of like a manual way of activating the farm. And we're starting to produce our gunpowder. But our biggest obstacle with this whole farm is the fact that we don't have a real roof and walls. So that is what we're going to work on today. So we are finally going to skin this tower and make it look a little more at home here in Scarlandia. So what I want to do is I want to shoot up here and I want to see what we've got in terms of creepers. Okay, there's 3. Oh my gosh, look at them all in their cells. Oh, this is fantastic. So let me, oh, ouch. Oh, that was a bad landing. That was a very bad landing, but I want to activate the manual way of doing this because of course it has its daylight sensor, which when the daylight changes, it activates and pushes the pistons, which is going to work so much better once the walls are installed and this thing is working 24 hours. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. Bam. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Watch this, guys. Look at them all falling. Look at them falling. Oh my gosh. Oh, you don't know the pleasure that I have watching these things burn on the Bernie blocks. That's excellent. Okay, so this is something that I have not done, and that is look at our totals, because I'm a little bit nervous to do this. So in the comments, I want you guys to go hashtag Gunpowder Totals and tell me how much you think is in this box. I'm trying to think of an estimate on how long I've AFK'd. I would say maybe 3, I would say probably 4 or 5. I would say for about 4 to 5 night cycles that I've AFK'd here. All right, so then guess in the comments for me, okay? So I'm gonna break this. Let's see how much is in here. Oh, nope, we missed it. Let's grab it out of here. There we go. Okay, here we go. Drum roll. Oh my, that is an excellent amount of gunpowder. That makes me super happy because we are self-sufficient when it comes to flight now. That is oh my gosh, that makes me really excited after all that gunpowder harvesting. This also might be broken again. We fixed it on the live stream with your guys' help, but it might be broken again because it didn't replenish the box once we removed it. Dang it. Dang it, that thing. Anyway, oh look, there's already more creepers back. Oh, that is fantastic. Anyway, like I said, we need to start skinning this building. We need to do that so bad to make this thing work functionally. So as you can see, I've spent a ton of time laying out the design. In creative, I did a little bit of work there, trying to design something. It turns out the dimensions were off and I had to completely redesign it. It took an entire extra day to finally get that done. But I don't compromise on these designs of the skyscrapers because these are such a fundamental part of the design. So I'm a day behind on this video, but I'm pleased with the work that I did because I was able to get it to a design that I feel like it's worthy of the existing structures that we have. Now, this design we're going to work with is familiar in design, that we're going to stick with some fundamental designs that are going to be just the bedrock of Scarlandia. I want there to be kind of a fundamental design that all the structures have, but this one will have a very different feel because it is a police station and jail. So this, of course, is the CDF. Do you guys know what the CDF is? I want you to guess what the CDF is. If you're a longtime Scarscriber, you know what the CDF is. That's the Cat Defense Force. That is right. So this is the Cat Defense Force building. This is where the Cat Defense Force brings their creepers and imprisons them to be harvested later for gunpowder. We're very evil here. So yeah, so this is what it's going to be. That's kind of the name of it, is the CDF Tower, the Cat Defense Force Tower. It's going to be amazing. And yeah, this layout took a long time to kind of get everything perfect from creative because I really want to nail this design. It's difficult to build around an existing structure. So over here is kind of where the police cars pull in. So we're going to build a car. You guys will let me know on a stream to make a car with a creeper in the back, cat in the front. Can't go wrong with that. That sounds amazing. So yeah, that is our challenge for today. Are you guys up for it? because it's going to be a big one. We're going to work on the lower section, get that all ready to go. Also, we're going to put a heliport on the top. That's going to be amazing. But before that, I want to show you something over at the community project. Welcome back to the community project, and I've come over here to give you an apology. An apology because the upper level of the tree is still not done. I promised you to be done over a week ago, and it's still not done. This is the time when you use the Scar Sloth emote. The unofficial mascot of my channel is a sloth. And that's just a true fact. But like I said, I think it's going to be well worth the time that we're putting into the upper level of the tree, getting all these beautiful branches installed with the level of detail that we want to achieve. And that time to get it all done has been a little bit of eroded with the new series starting, getting back into full craft. So I hope you guys accept my apologies. But like I said, once we get these things all done and ready to go, we're going to work on our shop and, of course, the upper level of the community area. Get that old abandoned city built up there, which is going to be fantastic. But before we go, I'm really leaning towards calling this place Hermit Hollow. I think it's a really kind of nice name. It kind of fits the theme of being this hollowed out cave underground. And this was, of course, was something you guys suggested back in the start of the project, and I'm tired of calling it community project. So I think Hermit Hollow may be the name. I kind of want to hear from you guys. I'm going to try to remember to put a poll up at the top of the screen saying Hermit Hollow, Hermit City, or community project or other. And I want you guys to choose which one you guys like better in terms of a name for this project. Also, doing a lot of organization down here, getting rid of all the chests. Super organization Scar. Anyway, guys, let's actually get to our project today. It is time to lay down some blocks, my friends. I am in a mood for some building. I hope you are as excited as I am to start laying down some blocks here. So I got a little shulker island here set up and ready to go with our chest. That shulker box looks like it is tipped over. It's just kind of tipped over there. This reminds me of that idea I had, and I want this so bad, is if we could, color coordinate these chests. So say I want this one brown, and I have the outer rim kind of like a dark gray or black, like that'd look really cool. Or this green one right here, do a green layer around the sides, and then this kind of open space right here becomes white, just like Buzz Lightyear for my Infinity and Beyond box would be amazing. Yeah, I just wish we could color coordinate these a little bit better. Like this one over here, what if this one was like yellow in the center? Ah, man, there's so many possibilities you could do with that. I only wish we could, but we can't, and it's fine. All right, let's get busy. So this thing's gonna go up, I believe, 12 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very nice. So then I'm gonna push back here. I'm gonna give it 1 block on the side like so, and I'm gonna go up like this and like that. And now we have ourselves a window. So like I'd said, this thing is going to have a similar feel to some of the other builds. It's got some of the wood here similar to the 2 other buildings, but things get very, very different quickly once we start getting up into the higher areas. That's where we're going to bring in a lot of dark green. We're not going to bring any white into the build, very minimal light gray, because I want this thing to be very kind of dark. It doesn't so much have to be evil, but it's just a little bit more sinister, if you will. It is the Cat Defense Force, after all, and the Scarlandia Jail. So let's cut these things out. One thing I love, and I mentioned it before, is adding cars on the outside. I've got to figure out some good car designs to do on the outside, because we got to have like a paddy wagon style vehicle with a creeper in the back and a cat driving it. That would be fantastic. Hey-o, what's going on here? What is this? What is this? What do we got? What do we got? Is everything fine? We good? All right, well, no more of that, my friend. So one thing that's really great about Windows is there's so many cool little things you can do. You can go something like that, or you can do it in the reverse like that. And that's my preferred method, because you get this little windowsill right there, and then you can kind of do this design at the very top of the window. So I think that's gonna look really nice. And then on this piece right here, I'm gonna pull it out by 3 and then have our door in the center there. Now, of course, this is our column that is going to be in the dark gray variety, and it is going to go up to about this block right there, and it's gonna push out a couple blocks and then go sky high into the clouds. I think that's gonna be very, very beautiful. But yeah, I'm loving this kind of general layout. Now, this line right here is the no man's land. This, of course, is going to be kind of our buffer block that keeps us slightly away, I think. Yes, so this is the no man's land, and this is our buffer block in the center here. Okay, I got it. Because I've made so many mistakes, I don't want to make it again. So yeah, I think this is good. That's kind of the basic layout. So let me bring this all the way around, and we'll meet back up, start working on some finer details. It's such a small site, but it is amazing to see some walls around our creeper tower. That makes me super happy, but it's not perfect by any means, and we've got a lot more work to do. So one of the things I want to start with here is building up one of these columns on this side. Another thing is I'm not 100% loving the giant window going straight up. I think I'm going to change this up a little bit as we go on. So why don't we together here, let's grab, I don't know if I want to use all of this polished concrete. I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to grab a little bit of powdered. There we go. Make sure we still have an inventory slot for our shulker box. There we go. That is one of my hugest fails is I'll have a shulker box, a full inventory, and I'll fill it up. And then I'll break the shulker box thinking I have a free inventory slot, and it disappears into the void. Oh, that is truly Salty Scar at his worst right there. Oh man, I wish Mojang would allow shulker boxes not to despawn. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe it's just a gameplay mechanic, you know, don't lose your stuff there, Scar. Or if there's a reason things have to despawn, but I feel like shulker boxes, you know, if you lose a shulker box, that's like all of your possessions in some regards, because if I lost my shiny things box, that's everything. If I lost my my firework box, I would cry for days. So yeah, I for sure kind of wish that was a thing. So this is coming up to about here. So at this point, I'm going to probably go up 3 more blocks. So there we go. So let's go up 1 more after this section. There we go. And then let's do that last section. Okay. So now this is my favorite trick of them all. And we've got to make sure we're not going to hit any redstone on the way down. And we're probably going to lose some torches, but that's okay. We're going to totally fix that up. So let's let that down. Let that down, bring that across like so. And yeah, this is definitely the easiest way of doing this to avoid a lot of gathering. But of course, you know, sometimes you need to use polish. But look at that, entire column is now fully engulfed in beautiful polished concrete. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna open this up because it's a little bit too thick, I think. It's a little too thick, so I'm gonna open this up really nicely like a so. We might go up just a little higher, maybe another 2. Yeah, we're gonna need to go up maybe another block or 2. So this window right here, what do we wanna do with this window? I kind of feel like, let me make sure we got all this back in our inventory. Perfect. All right, so let's jump over here and let's work our way up. So my thought is that we could go maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on this little piece right there, we take out some of this. There we go. So I'm going to take some of this out and I'm going to bring this across. Okay. And I'm going to get myself, there we go. It's hard when you have a full inventory. You're just juggling materials here. So maybe something like that could look decent. And then I'm going to push myself back just a smidge and just get a view from afar. Okay, that's good, but this piece, I'd actually like this to be slightly smaller, do a 3, because it's much nicer perspective-wise to have a bigger window at the bottom, and then as it gets a little higher, you shrink it down just a little bit, and it makes the second story here look a little bit better and better proportioned. So I'm pleased with this. Like, I could live with this, but I don't know. Let me see about potentially grabbing this like that, and then taking this and bringing it in. So my idea with this is kind of like a sunshade, just something to kind of break up the walls. And it's another kind of tone of gray, which I think looks nice. And then let's jump down here and just get a little bit better perspective. But I think that's good. Just little things like this, I think could be really, really nice. Let's look at that. Okay. So of course we need to fix this piece right here. I'm gonna consider moving this up 1 more block. I think that is our ticket for success. I think that is a huge change for the better. I still might push this up 1 more block, so carve out another section. But other than that, it is looking good, my friends. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this white stained glass And I'm gonna run this up on the sides. Now this might change, this totally might change, but we'll see where it goes. And I'm gonna push this outwards like that, like this is a nice door. I might consider doing it a blue or maybe a teal. I think that might look decent, but we'll see where it takes us. So then let's scaffold our way up here. There we go. Oh, ow, that hurt. So I still have a question about how Minecraft devs are going to change the way glass looks, because my preferred glass, nice and clean and beautiful. But of course they're redoing all the textures in the game. That glass, like they haven't talked about the glass yet. And I think that's what most people are kind of interested in. If we're honest here, we're all like, Mojang, do something about that glass. Because I think, I'm gonna wager to say glass could potentially be one of the least popular textures in the game. At least it was back in the day. Like back in like 2011, 12, glass was the worst. A lot of texture packs were just titled better glass. And I definitely changed up mine, of course, because Minecraft glass is kind of corroded. It's got those little lines on there. Looks like the sprinklers have hit them. Totally does, doesn't it? And I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna run that down on the bottom like so. And no, we're gonna switch that out. We're gonna remove that top layer like that. There we go. See how that better looks? Yeah, that looks much better. If I can connect with this, there we go. Oh, you know, I saw they added that debug stick to the game, and that thing looks kind of cool, except it's only for creative, but you can take a stick, and it's called the debug stick, and you can move, you know, half slabs, stairs around in their single block. So if you had one on the ground like that, you could tap it, and it'll rotate, flip, do different things like that. It's kind of like something out of modded. It seemed actually kind of amazing. Okay, I'm actually happy with this. I'm like surprised with myself. I'm like, oh, it's actually decent. There we go. You can tell how much I've worked at this design to get it perfect. It was a long time, I will assure you of this. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna push this block about 2 outwards like that, and then 2 up. That's 3 up, Scar. Oh, it's been a long day. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this. Bam, there we go. Awesome. There it is. That's the design. So this design is gonna go all the way around and back, and it's gonna be amazing. There we go. That's fantastic. So let me work on this a little bit more. Bring this all the way across there, and then I have some things I want to talk to you guys about. End of super fast build mode, and as you can see, the building is starting to rise and it is looking super fancy. I am absolutely in love with this design. There's a lot more work to do. As you can see, let's take a peek on this side. So I'm just starting to kind of work out the design on this side, but I'm loving the hardened clay of the cyan variety as that kind of little shelf that goes through the hollowed support beams. I'm loving it. But one thing happened, I didn't light them up, and they were mob infested. There were creepers, there were skeletons and zombies. It was absolutely a nightmare. It's because, of course, we have all of the areas capped off. So mobs can't spawn on the bottom, can't spawn up the top. So that was like a paradise for them. They were getting pretty crazy. But we've got it pretty well lit back up in these areas. So we got to be mindful of that so we don't break our building anymore, because I lost a good amount of our structure, which was not so good. So I've been working on a garage, and a garage is somewhere where, say, the paddy wagon that the cat's driving with the creepers in the back pull into the jail, and the door like goes up and the door goes down as it drives in. It's not actually going to go up because I don't know how to do that. I'm not a mumbo. So it's just going to be static for decoration purposes. So I've been working on the door here, and as you can see, I thought this was gray, and that was light gray, and that was brown. Turns out that's actually black. Hardened clay's colors are so wacky, but it's okay. They're still cool. What I do love about this is it's very natural, and you can do a lot of cool kind of natural nature builds with this anyway. But yeah, that's black, guys, and that's dark gray. Crazy, right? Oh, I got a little tricked by that, to be honest with you. So let's get going before I get tricked again. Let's see, we're going up to the top, I believe. There we go. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this 1 block shy of the top. There we go. cut that in there like that. Very nice. Awesome. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about getting back into the swing of things. That's right. We're actually getting back into the swing of things, and that is videos and of course live streams. It took a couple weeks, actually took a lot longer than I'd hoped for, because this summer has been a little rough. It's been a little rough health wise. I got hit with 2 things and it really set me back, unfortunately. I'm trying to think of where this is supposed to go. I think it's supposed to go over here. There we go. Yeah, it probably works. So something like that. Perfect. Okay, so let's jump on down. And I got hit pretty hard. I was in the hospital for a little bit in the August. And then right after that, my neuromuscular disease kind of kicked in, and that knocked me down pretty hard for a bit. But we're starting to get the swing of things, and I apologize about it because I wasn't on the channel for a long time, and that makes me super sad. And for people who, they're disappointed. They look for the videos, and I look forward to make them. These videos and streams, these are like my unofficial therapy. They make me feel better. They make me have like some purpose, some things to do, and I love it. I would never trade any of this for the world. It's just my absolute passion. And when I can't make these videos, man, I get super down. Like I get super down. I'm like, man, all I can think about is videos and things along those lines. So getting back into it, it's been amazing. This makes me super happy to be able to build with you guys and hang out on streams, different things along those lines. And I hope you guys are enjoying the videos and the streams. We're getting Full Craft line back up. We've got a new series. We're rolling on HermitCraft. It's really great to get this farm finished and of course get the skyscraper attached to it and all that stuff. It's just absolutely amazing. And I just want to say thank you guys. Like, you guys mean a ton to me. And to know that sometimes when I do have to leave and I can't make videos and I can't stream, that you guys are still there and you understand. I mean, some people don't understand, I'll be honest, and they can be a little rough, but that's okay. That's okay, because sometimes in life you look out and you think there's a lot of negativity, but when you really analytically look at things, it's usually like 1%. And but the problem is, as a human, you sometimes look at, wait, are we out? Oh no. I misgauged how much hardened clay we'll need. We're gonna come back to this. I declare we're gonna come back to this. But sometimes you look at things and you assume negativity and everyone's like that, but it's truly not. It's truly not. And that's kind of a bad trap to get yourself into, thinking that everyone is upset or negative just because you get 1 or 2 comments, people being upset about this and that. And that can really mess with you. So just trying to keep things in perspective and look at the real numbers and things like that. And don't always get yourself bogged down by the negatives. And that happens as a YouTuber. As much as like we have thick skin, sometimes it does get to you. It does get to you, and I think that's natural as long as you can minimize it as much as possible. But I just want to say, like, how much I appreciate each and every one of you guys for supporting me and waiting for videos and things like that. That means a lot to me. I don't know if I'll ever be able to tell you how appreciative I am of you guys. And lately there's been pretty tough, like health-wise, for myself and my family, and just knowing that I can get on here and forget some of that stuff for a bit and hang out with you guys and stream, make videos, things like that. I'm trying to also figure out how to build this and talk at the same time. It's not so easy. But that means an absolute ton. Because this, like I said, is my unofficial therapy. Makes me feel better. There we go. So I'm actually going to slip back here. There we go. Very nice, very nice. I'm going to click that, boom, da bam. And I'm going to cut that out and swoop that all out of there. Beautiful. And then run this all the way down. And that is looking absolutely fantastic. And like I said, sometimes in life, man, life can just be incredibly cruel, can't it? But as long as you can really keep a positive attitude, the older I get, the more I understand how important that is. When I was a kid, people would say that and it just annoyed me. But when you do think about it, you think of negative things that happened to you and you think how you could have reacted differently, right, in that situation, and how that actually could have been better in terms of an outcome of that negativity, right? So if you're positive, if you try to always hit everything with a positive outlook, always look for the good, not the bad in life, it really does make your life a lot better. Really, really does. And it's something I try like more and more every day to do, is to always look towards the positive of things and not the negative. Never look for the negative. The negative will always come and find you in some way or another. But if you can always kind of counter that by always looking for the positive in things, it makes life so much better. All right, my friends, that is looking good. I'm liking that design. Now, the things that I want to change are, I think I'm going to take this window, I'm going to run it all the way down here so it is in line with this window here. And we need to fix this. So what I'm thinking about is doing 2 windows like this. And then let's see, what if I did another one here? No, I think it would be 3. So 2 windows of 3. Yeah, I think that's going to work. And then I need something else down here. I'm not 100% sure what that might be. Yeah, I don't know. We'll think about it. Let me get some more terracotta. Let me fix that window, and then we'll start working on that roof. End of super fast build mode, and that is one super fancy garage looking very fantastic. Now, of course, there's still some little areas here and there on the back that still need work, but I'm very pleased with that. Nope. I almost made it to the top. Almost made it to the top. So now it's time for some magic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out some of our grass here. And I believe this is actually the first time I've used any of my leaves that was a payment for my spying on Tango way back in the NHO days. Rip. So yeah, this is the first time I've used my payment for my, I was a good spy back then. Had those mobile camouflage tents. Who remembers the mobile camouflage tent? I was like, that was super fun. That was some of the most fun I've had on HermitCraft. It was just sitting, if you don't know, I sat in a little spot like this. It was about this high, like that. There we go. And it had like a little top like that, and I just spied on Tango. And then B-Dubs joined me, so I expanded out the tent like this, and he joined me for some spying. It was fantastic. Personally, I don't know if Tango ever joined the NHL or not. I feel like he was a good candidate. I just don't know if he was worked well enough, I don't know what the spy lingo or CIA lingo is. If you like turn somebody, you flip them. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you guys are spy experts. I don't know, help me out. I need some spy lingo. Need to go to the Spy Museum in Washington. But as you guys can see, what we're doing is we're putting down some of these leaves on here. And what we're trying to do is create like a modern green roof. When you see modern buildings, they have their leaf certification, gold, silver, platinum, whatever. And a lot of them will have like living roofs where they have a lot of plants and things along those lines. Hospital I go to has a ton of these, and they're super cool looking. Actually not in the winter, especially in the Northwest. It looks a little ratty up there, but in the summer, I will assure you, it looks very nice. One thing I would like to do is actually dig down in a couple spots, but unfortunately, as you can see, that looks kind of terrible. So if we had a bottom to this, like another layer under it, then it might look decent. We could even had a little lighting under it. But this design, I love it. And it's a design that I want to do for a very modern house tutorial that I'll get to eventually. It's actually my vacation series that I have that I want to do. So when I go on vacation, I have some videos for you guys. And been on vacation since 2014, so that house hasn't been built yet. I literally did build it in 2014. It's like, next time I go on vacation, I'm gonna have this super cool house to build, and it's gonna be fantastic. It's really cool, but not until I go on vacation. Hashtag Scar needs a vacation. Like, actually, please post that because it needs to happen. Okay, here we go. So I'm loving this. It's looking really fantastic. So let's actually look at it from above just to get a little bit of a visual here. There we go. And okay. All right, I'm liking it. It gives this kind of sinister build like a little bit of life to it, a little bit. It's almost like camouflage. You kind of camouflaging the sinisterness. Sounds kind of mysterious. Anyway, I think this is looking good. So once we get this done, we also need to consider where the driveways are gonna go. And I need some ideas for police cars. Like if you guys wanna do some police cars and send those my way on Twitter, that would be like fantastic. Because I'm super bad at making vehicles. Maybe I'll hire False, we'll see. But yeah, let me finish this roof up and then we'll kind of work on that back section and then wrap it up. And there we go. We have the lobby, the garage built up and ready to go. And I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I think this is a really, really great design. Now, as you can see, I've added some antennas for the cats to communicate out in the field. And I think these are really cool. So a couple unique little designs here. And I think that's cool. It's on kind of a raised platform above the plants and things along those lines. I was considering putting a helicopter pad here, but I think it'll be better at the very top. So we'll have a helicopter at the very top of the building. So I think that's going to make way more sense having it there. And I finished up the right side of the building, so I think that's looking cool. I still want to add like a contrasting color to this section over here, and I've considered, and I wanted to throw this at your guys' direction, is what if we put some leaves up here on top of these cyan pillars, like just some leaves kind of hanging down. I think it might be actually kind of cool. And one of the things about this city is that it's kind of like a green city, a futuristic kind of green city, using a lot of kind of organics and things along those lines. I don't feel like we've gotten enough of that done in some of the more recent skyscrapers. So maybe in this build we can start it, and then maybe in the next one we could really get crazy together with it. So I think this is cool. Like I like that design. So let's kind of just take a peek together and see how that looks. I know my elytra is about to break. Oh my, I do like that. We'll see. Let's think about it. Another thing that I was thinking about, so I haven't done a ton on the back side here, is I was considering maybe shaving off these blocks like that and then filling this in with a little bit more of the glass, of course, and having that kind of cool curve like that and just take out this entire pillar. I don't know. What do you guys think? These are a couple ideas that are just kind of buzzing around in my head as I was kind of wrapping up all the designs. I'll kind of give you guys this as almost a choice. So we could consider the other window design. That'll be choice A. And this one here is going to be choice B. So let me knock out these final blocks here so we can get a little better representation of this. There we go. Cut that down and then we'll swoop. Whoop. No, I guess I don't have any of those left. So this is what we're going to do. I don't want this to look terrible, so I'm just gonna go like that. There we go. Okay, let's look down here. So like I said, this is choice B, and the other ones we worked on earlier in the episode, that's choice A. So that is choice B. So what do you guys like better? The original, choice A, or choice B, this one in front of us? I'll give you guys a little better perspective. Let's give ourselves a little hit. There we go. And then, oh my, I do like that. I do like that. Well, we're antennas. Almost got slapped in the face by the antennas. And of course, that's choice A. So yeah, I think that could be definitely something we could work with. Yeah, I'm really also thinking about blacking out this entire wall with something dark so light doesn't penetrate the inner sanctum. Anyway, I really want to see how much gunpowder we have here. I hope we've finished off that second row. Let's break that. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. Bam! There it is. We finished the second row and starting on the third row. Man, I feel like a kind of a sense of accomplishment, if you will, in creating a farm that actually works. And that's a really cool feeling. Like, don't you guys love the feeling of like an accomplishment, right? To create something that works and looks cool. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys. Well, that concludes our episode today here on HermitCraft. So I hope you guys liked it. And announcer voice Scar there. All of a sudden I just went into like a movie announcer Scar. I'll do movie announcer Scar again here. Guys, I thank you very much for watching today, and I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. If you believe the videos deserve a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe, because you may just become scarred for life.